Hello people, my last review of this was too long, so I'm going to attempt to make a more summarized, shorter version, but I don't think that's going to work. So this is a review of the RPG Pokemon games, or kind of the games everybody wants to buy. The list of the games, and I think this is all of them, are red, green, blue, and yellow. Then there's gold, silver, crystal, fire red, leaf green, ruby, sapphire, emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So the games I own are Leaf Green, Fire Red, Emerald, Diamond, and Platinum. So the first games, Red, Green, Blue, and Yellow, kind of brought a whole new idea to handheld games. They brought customization, which was probably the huge thing in the series, especially for a TV show or movie-based game. It was probably, in my opinion, it's still the best TV-based game out there. Um, so you can make all these choices on your own, the biggest being able to choose which Pokemon you capture and which ones you use. Even being able to choose your main Pokemon. So then Fire Red and Leaf Green, which are, I believe, the next games, or at least they're the next ones that I know more about, had pretty solid graphics for their time. Again, they offered, I apologize for bad grammar and pronouncing, but they had really great customization yet again. Team Rocket, who were the bad guys, were pretty cruddy, I think, but they remained truthful to the series, which was good. The game was still great, still solid, nice game with awesome customization. So the next games came out, which were Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, and those are my personal favorites. I own Emerald at the moment, and I love it. It's probably my favorite. The legendaries are also my favorites. Compared to other legendaries, they have a lot of detail, and you can tell what they're supposed to be, which is a whale, a dinosaur, and dragon. They're really nicely done. Emerald in particular also has a special bonus area that you can go after defeating the Elite Four, who are kind of the main bosses of the game. And also Emerald, Sapphire, and Ruby games brought in contests, which are fun little extra things you could do. And those really carried on to newer games and were nice. So I think this part, or this section of the series, was probably the peak of the game, in my opinion. Then Diamond Pearl games came out, and they were the first on the DS series, which made them have really smooth 3D type graphics. They had touchscreen features, which was a nice little thing, and brought a lot of just cool little effects into the game. They had advanced contests, but I don't think it really had the same essence or feel as the first contest. And they also had extra stuff that was nice and really brought something newer to the game, I think. But nothing really incredibly revolutionary about it. At this point, the entire style of the series, if you were a constant follower at this point, it was getting a little old. The ideas still and always will be great and amazing and awesome and cool, but if you're a follower at this point, you're kind of hoping that even if they made a new game that wasn't compatible with the first game, you're kind of hoping that they could change the gameplay up a little bit. Make it something without the Elite Four, maybe. Something just a little bit different. And this could also be considered the peak, too, for some people, but I still think Emerald, and Ruby, and Sapphire were the peak of the series. So at this point, the industry seemed to be getting really desperate. They came out with Platinum a while after doing Diamond and Pearl, and they seemed to make it revolutionary through advertisements and previews, but really it was just an add-on to the Platinum and Diamond games. The only change was the ending, Legendary Pokemon you caught, and the buy really wasn't worth it. You just had one extra place and new Legendary Pokemon. So, I don't have Heart Gold or Soul Silver, but it seems to be a little bit better than Platinum. It's a remake of the games Gold and Silver. There wasn't too much of a relationship between the originals and the remake, which is a very good thing, because Pokemon seems to fail at that with repetition. But the new games, from what I've seen, seem to have adapted a lot of features from the previous games, which is a big no if the series wants to continue with high profits. It seems a bit more original and a bit more buy-worthy from Platinum. Actually, I think it seems a lot more like that, with a lot of, originality to it compared to some of the games out there. But I think the series is coming to its end. I don't want it to, I'll put that much, but it seems to be that way. In my opinion, what the series should do at this point is completely change the core gaming experience, change the combat, change the plot, especially the plot. Definitely the plot. The plot is one of the huge repetitions in the game. Even if it's not compatible with previous games, as I pointed out earlier, it's better than just making little simple improvements as you go on and make followers have to constantly buy new games, because eventually they're going to say, you know what, I don't want to waste my money on this, and I'm not going to buy it anymore. So that's what I think the series should do. And but the games are really great. If you haven't gotten one of the games yet, you should. It seems like you should get Heart Gold or Soul Silver, in my opinion. Those seem to be really great at this moment, for new people who are new to the series. But the series itself is great, again, or I should say good, but it has a slowly increasing problem. So thanks for watching. I'll hope to do new reviews. If you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comments below or message me, and I'll be willing to give any information I know or talk about the series. So thanks.